Against my better judgment, I'm excited for Terminator Genesis. These movies have what? A slightly more than 50% strike rate? Let's call it slightly more because 3 and 4 do have some good moments, probably. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun to do a top 5 worst Terminator things that happen in no particular order. Because why the hell not? Sometimes it's fun to take something that a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into and just tear it apart. Because I'm a bully now, apparently. Now I could easily fill this list with moments from Terminator Salvation. It's the worst Terminator movie for so many reasons. For one, it contradicts the rest of the series. I mean, more so than the others. Like for how some reason Skynet knows that Kyle Reese is John Connor's father, even though there's no way that they could possibly know that. And despite somehow knowing that, they don't kill him immediately. Also, every Terminator, instead of terminating someone, throws them way across the room out of harm's way. Also, there's that heart surgery bit where John Connor, who's been stabbed through the heart, is to be given the heart of a guy who got punched so hard in the heart that his heart stopped. He's a man with a liquid heart. All that is garbage and more things. But the bit that really stood out for me is John Connor, future leader of the Resistance, pin drops into a rolling ocean, and then it just cuts to the next scene, and he's standing inside a submerged submarine. What happened between this and this? Well, we don't know. Presumably some kind of unexplained and unexplored magic that inhabits the Terminator universe. Because this is utter bullshit. But as much as I want to dwell on this movie, we're done with Terminator Salvation. But as said, it's the worst in the series. Crap. Okay, I lied. This next one is also about Terminator Salvation. One of the only good things about this not very good movie is that it included a Terminator human hybrid. And yet this was ruined in the trailers. That was your one good hand, and you couldn't wait to play it the moment you could. To be fair, Terminator 2 also did this with the reveal that there was going to be 2 Terminators going head to head.
Now his mission, get down, is to protect it.
But Terminator 2 had other good things in it. Remember that bit where the T-1000 got frozen and then began to break apart? That was nuts! What else did Salvation have? A bad CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger. He looks like a cartoon. I would have taken modern day Arnold Schwarzenegger over this. And he looks like a bag of sawdust pressed into the shape of a man. Anyways, this is a badly written and marketed film, and I hate it. Let's leave it at that. Terminator Salvation. I'm kidding, but I could do it. Don't say that I can't, because I will. Okay, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's the perfect movie, right? Well, yeah. Or is it? Yeah, it's pretty great. But there's one scene that sets my teeth on edge. John Connor teaching Arnold what I think is mostly made up 90s slang.
You don't say affirmative or some shit like that. You say, no problemo.
This misguided and awkward scene aged the second that audiences left the cinema. It's just... Surely the majority of this was not anything real human children used to say to each other. Also, while I'm on this movie, this kid has the worst haircut in the history of cinema. If you ran the head of a broom over with a lawnmower, you'd get a better result than this. The Terminator. Even though, like Part 2, it's pretty close to perfect, well, despite this dated puppetry, there's this scene where the Terminator attempts to buy a future weapon in a gun shop in 1984.
Phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range.
Hey, just what you see, pal.
You're seriously asking for a plasma rifle in the 80s. I mean, I know the world was obliterated, meaning a lot of history was lost, but come on, man. Read the room. Also, I'd be an idiot to neglect that this man, running around in his underwear, is able to shift what is probably close to a 1-ton robot. Then again, John Connor appears to be helping him up in Terminator 2. But yet in 3, a grown man can't budge him an inch. Though I should point out, these are slightly different Terminator models. What am I doing? It's not my job to make sense of this nonsense. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Now, I don't hate this movie. I mean, it's the 3rd best in the series. Sure, it's a distant 3rd, but it's got some redeeming stuff. If you're thinking I'm going to include the glasses bit, well, no, I'm not. And I'm fully aware that it's terrible, but I like to think of this movie as more of a Terminator parody. So in that sense, well, yeah, this works. Now, what I'm talking about is the commentary track for this movie, as done by none other than Schwarzenegger himself, who alternates between saying blatantly obvious things as they happen to incredibly offhand, sexist remarks.
The only thing that makes me really angry is not that I was smacked in the fire truck, but that my sunglasses were damaged. This scene with the enlargement of the press was fantastic. But in the audience, there was this kind of like immediately you saw women sitting there telling each other, "Oh, that's a great idea. You have to check out where you get that done." Because there's some guys that like little breasts and there's some guys that like big breasts. So wouldn't it be nice if you can play both sides, you know, sometimes even simultaneously?
Look, to be fair, this is hilarious. It really shouldn't be on this list. So I'm going to swap it out for that deleted Sergeant William Candy scene.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Yeah, you ever seen this? Jeez. Bonus mention. Okay, in this scene, this minigun minute, if you will, it ends with the Terminator's heads-up display reading 0.0 human casualties. But according to a website, a casualty can refer to a person or thing who is badly affected by an event or situation. So should it still be 0.0 with these guys taking a back full of shrapnel each? And what about the psychological damage? These guys had to go home and live the rest of their lives after this. Oh, hey honey, how was your day? Oh, not too bad. That is until an Austrian giant kicked a desk out of a window and then proceeded to riddle every cop car in the precinct with a bloody minigun. I am amazed that no one was killed. I mean, we were all relieved when he ran out of bullets, but it turned out he also had a grenade launcher. Gary took a bloody back full of shrapnel, and later, Carl got his spine severed by a gas grenade. You know, the initial casualty rate was presumed to be 0.0, but I think someone's gonna have to crunch those numbers again. Anyways, enough about my day. How was yours? Thanks for watching, everyone. Now, if you liked this, maybe you'll like this video on a whole bunch of actors who were very nearly Spider-Man. Or this one on Easter eggs in Marvel movies, pointing to popular characters that we haven't yet seen. Also, I have a podcast called The Weekly Planet, courtesy of comicbookmovie.com, that covers movies and TV shows and comics. You should listen to it. Sorry, I should say you can listen to it. I mean, really, you should listen to it? That's probably not true. Anyways, I'd love to know, what do you think are the lowest and highest points for the Terminator franchise? Whatever your thoughts are, please feel free to leave them below. Alright, thanks everyone. Take care.